Peace, Kofa, G.R.O.W.T.H podcast. Wake your glass up. What's going on, y'all? What is today? Happy Monday. Today is September 18th, 2023, the year of our Lord. The time is now 7:30 p.m. That's Eastern Standard Time in the lovely city of Atlanta, Georgia. Again, this is G.R.O.W.T.H podcast, where growth stands for gentlemen reaching our wealth through healing. This is where we help men find a positive fuck it. I am your humble host, Kofa, Kofa. So Kofa, not coffee, not kufu, not Kofi, or any variation thereof. Kofa rhymes with sofa. Easy to say, easy to spell. You see it right there on the screen. General housekeeping, because we're not going to be on here long tonight. I'm going to keep it rolling. So you see the Cash App, you see the PayPal on the screen. Feel free to utilize those at your leisure. Also, the Super Chat, Super Stickers are open. If y'all want to donate to the channel, help the channel to grow, that's cool. If not, I understand. Won't hold any grudges. I'm going to keep on cooking. One thing that is free here, though, is the like button. Take your shoes off when you come in my house. Hit the like button. It's free. Another second thing that's free. I know I said one thing, but the second thing that's free is the subscribe button. I hit 1,400 subscribers today, so shout out to me.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease!
I really appreciate everybody rocking with me, seeing the content, helping me grow that way. So make sure you hit like and subscribe. It does get into the YouTube algorithm. It helps content like myself, other content creators, getting into the algorithm and keep growing like that. Again, super chats are welcome, super stickers are welcome. Anything that's going to help the channel grow. Got one already, EJ done already dropped that $2 on me. Bro, you know I got you. Let me get through this, but it does help the channel to grow. It does help keep content like this in rotation. Like I said before, shout out to the Blizzard King, Dennis Sperlin. He made me aware that only 6% of content creators on YouTube are black men. And we all know that all of them are not in the red pill manosphere men-centric content space. Some of them are gamers, some of them talk sports. So it's a very minute and small amount of us. Salute to Air Jordan for that $2 super chat. It's a very small amount of us that's doing this type of content, even though it may seem like big because we're consuming it on a regular basis. It's a small amount of us doing it. So help us get into the algorithm. Make sure you hit like and subscribe. If I have to earn your subscription, I understand. I respect that. I'm going to keep cooking. So you might as well go ahead and hit that button now. With that being said, let me go ahead and give y'all a round of applause. Thank you for everybody being in here tonight.
It feels so lovely to be here tonight. What a beautiful audience. Give yourselves a round of applause. You're so lovely. Everyone's so lovely. And
everybody's so beautiful. Give yourselves a round of applause. Randy Watson. Don't get me started. I'll go through the whole damn movie doing impressions and shit. Let me get through these to these comments. Malika in the building. What's going on, good brother? I appreciate you being in here. Felicia in the building, stopping through, sis. Yes, I watched the documentary earlier today too. Gonna get to that in a second, but thank you for being in here, sis.
You go, girl!
Salute to EJ. Salute to Corey Joe. I appreciate y'all being in here. Yes, salute to the Growth family. I don't know why that comment came out so small. Let me bring it up a little bit wider. Appreciate you being in here, Corey Joe. EJ getting us kicked off with the super chat. Last $2, bro. You know what it is.
These last $2. Last $2.
Look, Corey Joe says, congratulations in my Theo sound for the 1,400. I can't wait till the day I can say 14,000, but 1,400, I'll take it. I appreciate it, Corey Joe. Let's keep on going. EJ apparently making his rounds today. I know a couple other people going live. I think Medium Man about to go live. I think Lead Attorney was still cooking, talking about Tyrese's. I'm thinking about that. Congratulations. I'm thinking about Tyrese, but talking about that Jeezy divorce and prenup. Lead Attorney was talking about that. But I know other people are cooking. We are not going to be on here live. I told y'all I was going to pick a day, and I know I told y'all I was going to put out a poll, but I think I came to the conclusion today, Mondays are going to be my extra day during the week.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease!
So y'all will start having me on Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday during the week going live. Mondays, I'm going to dedicate specifically to the men. Those are going to be what I'm going to title Self-Made Mondays. So that's going to be a definite of us building the men up. So there's going to be men-focused content. I'll get to these ratchet ass, dizzy ass broads later on during the week. All these, you know how I talk about them. I'll get to all these
Ho, ho, ho.
Green Giant.
on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So for those watching for the first time, I normally go live Tuesdays and Thursdays at 7:30 p.m. Eastern. I'm here in Atlanta, Georgia. If you're in the city of Atlanta, you want to get up, link up, smoke a cigar, talk business, see what we can do to help each other channel grow, or just kick it with the boy at the cigar bar, hit me up, go to my about section, shoot me an email. We'll meet at a mutual place in the daylight, in public. So you know I'm not crazy, and I know your ass ain't crazy.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease!
But I do want to start linking up with some of the viewers that may be in the city of Atlanta. So salute to all you. Yeah, but Tuesdays and Thursdays when I normally go live. I will not be live tomorrow night though. That's why I've been running it. We did 2.5 hours Saturday. We ran a good hour last night. We're going to run a good hour tonight. But Tuesday, I told you I'm getting ready to head to Medellin. So fly out Wednesday. So tonight, it's going to be it for probably about 2 days at least. You know, I'm probably going to drop something once I get the wheels on the ground down there in Colombia, but going to have a good time. I'm try to take y'all on as much of the journey with me as I can. But yeah, no live tomorrow night, but I promise you I'm gonna make up for it. Probably may not be alive on Thursday either, because again, the boy on vacation. I gotta enjoy myself. But I promise you when I come back, we're gonna have a good time. Let's keep on going. Let me get to these comments. Corey Joe says 5 days. Look, 5-day challenge. No, sir. I'm gonna go giving y'all 3 lives a week when I get back, start building up from there. DG in the building. What's going on, bro? He says, hi, brother Kofa. I'm still recovering from watching the Colorado game. All good. Malika says, have a safe trip. Have a safe and fun trip, good brother. Yeah, I'm going with some solid brothers, so I will be good on that end, but I will be back Monday. So my lives, videos, and stuff are going to be sporadic. Again, I said usually Tuesdays and Thursdays, 7:30, and I'm adding Monday, but I don't fly back in until Monday next week. So it's going to be sporadic, but deal with me. You know, y'all know when I get back in pocket, we cooking like we been. Let's go ahead and get the content started tonight, man. I came across something yesterday. Well, basically when the same day that the news dropped with Jeezy and Jenny Ma getting a divorce, I saw a clip of Kirk Franklin just now finding out who his father is. Kirk Franklin is 53 years old. I'm quite sure a lot of us in this space know who he is. He's a gospel singer extraordinaire, like megastar. Like I always said, even because I think he came out with Stomp back when I was in high school or something like that. But when he gained his popularity, I always said he was gospel's P. Diddy.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease!
And I stand on that. It's been times, for those that don't know, I am Muslim, but I was raised in the black church here in the South, and I still love just strong gospel music. Really that down home stomping and humming and all that. But I always respected Kirk for the work he put in and kind of updating gospel music, even though a lot of the people in the church were giving him pushback, not knowing his full history. You know, we got the same story of, you know, my dad wasn't in my life. I grew up in a rough neighborhood. Those things, Jesus saved me. We got those, so I never really paid attention to the brother. But as Felicia alluded to earlier, there is a 35-minute documentary here on YouTube that you can go watch, and it's called Father's Day. I think that's going to be the name of his album as well. It's pretty much a small little snippet into his journey of finding out who his actual biological father was. So tonight we're going to get into like a 5-6 minute clip of that, just seeing that journey. But it's a couple of things. Of course, I'm going to pause it. I'm going to point it out. When I was watching it, when I saw it yesterday, matter of fact, yesterday was my pop's birthday, so shout out to my pops.
Hand down, man down. Mama, there goes that man.
So shout out to my pops, and I saw it, and I just couldn't imagine not being in my son's life. If I had a son, I couldn't imagine not being in any of my children's life, you know, or finding out later on when he's 53. That man's probably got to be in his late 60s, early 70s, just now finding out he has a 53-year-old, basically baby boy. Because when you see some of these clips of Kirk Franklin, that's why I named this Cry for the Little Boy. I'm not going to cap. I got emotional watching it. I teared up. Probably gonna tear up again because it just made me think of all the solid black men that I have had in my life, and I can't imagine being here with y'all without having had them help me build to who I am as a man. So it's just amazing that Kirk was able to, he went through the struggles. Like I said, the same story of I didn't have my father in my life, things of that nature. And we all know that he's had some friction with his son, and they're trying to mend their relationship. Salute to Broken Traditions for that $10 super chat, brother. I got you in a quick second. For them mending their relationship, right? So now we kind of get a glimpse and an understanding of why they may be having so much friction. Because just like Kirk Franklin said about his mother, because he was adopted, for those that don't know. Go watch the whole thing, but we're going to get into certain things. That whole hurt people. This is true of this 53-year-old grown-ass man. But as you're about to see, this is a 53-year-old, 8-year-old. He's a 10-year-old little boy when he see his dad and realize it for the first time. Let me go ahead and get to a couple of y'all comments real quick. Let me acknowledge BT in that $10 super chat. Appreciate it. He says, I got 5 on it, drop, multiply by my last $2. Okay, I got you. So instead of giving you 2 5s, I'm gonna give you a 5 and a $2, and I owe you some change, BT. I appreciate you, good brother. So I got you. And
these last $2.
Special request, Malika says, happy birthday to Grandpa Kofa. Appreciate that, Malika. Salute to my pops again. It was crazy. Today's my little brother's birthday, so happy birthday to him.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease.
Look, Joseph saw the documentary as well. He said, salute Kofa. Deborah, that's Kirk's mom, and what he actually calls his mom. Deborah was a $10 holla toss-up, and that's a damn shame. So he was adopted by an older family member, and his mother, Deborah, we're going to get into it. But let's go ahead and get this kicked off. Like I said, we're not going to be on here long. BT goes live at 8:30. So when we leave from here, let's go ahead and slide over and support BT as well. Let's keep on going.
But nothing could prepare me.
Before we get really cranked up, I want y'all to pay attention to his tone of voice, his timbre, the look on his face, and his body language. I want y'all to see what happens when black men don't have other black men, in particular their fathers, for this case, in their life. So for those brothers that don't have men in their life, and in Kirk's case, didn't have either one of his parents, for him to build up to who he is nothing short of a miracle. I'm not going to get all religious and spiritual tonight, but there's nothing short of a miracle for him to just actually fight through all that shit. And again, this is just a snippet. That 35-minute documentary that I watched earlier, again, like I said, like the brother said last night on the video, babies and women are not the only one born with tear ducts. Grown ass man, and that shit broke my heart. So let's keep going. Uh-oh, there we go.
For what God had in store for me in 2023.
Saved message. If you would like to talk to me about the rumor that is floating around out there, call back. Just remember, as I told you once, I will not lie to you about anything. End of message. Delete. Resave.
Mr. Rick, on his own, he gets a DNA test.
Pause it real quick because I know the audio was a little bit. I'm going to stop it in between because this is an actual documentary. This is someone's work. I pulled it from TikTok. But when I watched the full documentary, of course, it gave the copyright claims and like that. So I'm hoping to get through this tonight through YouTube. Let me use it for educational purposes. And I usually don't tell y'all what I'm doing on the back end, but I already took off the monetization tab because this message is too important for me to try to get AdSense. Again, the super chats are always appreciated. Cash apps are always appreciated. But I turned off the monetization because I want this clip to move around through my voice as well. I want to be a catalyst to help expose this documentary and the things that this man went through, because unfortunately he's not alone. There's somebody else out there going through it right now. And again, I got emotional thinking about my pops. I just started laughing because yesterday was his birthday, and today I was just watching a whole bunch of Paternity Court. And that's my dad's show. And I just started laughing to myself like, damn, I'm turning into my pops. And then I watched this documentary. So the whole fatherhood thing was kind of fucking with me today. Again, the boy got emotional. Tears what it is, but we're going to keep on rolling. But I wanted to talk about the audio that his mom left. She said, I wanted to address the rumors about what's going on. I'm never going to lie to you. Basically what happened, an older family member passed. He didn't go to the funeral because he knew his mother was going to be there. But while he was there, the guy that ended up being his dad, that grew up with them, he was at the funeral and heard somebody say, and one of the other family members was like, oh, I remember when you used to date Brenda, Kirk's mom. So it sparked somebody's brain that was like, oh shit. They started looking at his features, at his mannerisms. One of the family members that was still in touch with Kirk and was like, oh shit, I need to call cuz and give him a phone call. So that's where they got to, and the rumors, the mumbling started amongst the family and friends. So that's why she was calling him, saying, hey, I know you're hearing the rumors, but I'm never going to lie to you. I'm going to let it run a little bit. I know I stopped it a little bit early, but I'm going to let it run now.
Swabs himself, gives those swabs to my good childhood friend Melody, and says, hey, everybody's running their mouth. If Kirk wants to know if there's any truth to this or any possibility, he can take these swabs and do whatever he wants to do with them, because Mr. Rick doesn't know. He's just responding to the rumors.
And we probable paternity, 99.99999%.
Percent what?
Yes, he's your father. Right there.
I'm going to text you.
Enter. I'm Rick Hubbard.
Hey, my name's Kirk. You know, I see. Hey, didn't know.
I didn't, man. And had I known, you would have known. And I would have been a...
You didn't. You didn't know. All right. Oh, yeah. She said, this boy's the daddy. He wasn't there. This other one is the daddy. He didn't know. But the baby gets dropped.
So in this part, he's talking about, again, I do want y'all to go watch the documentary, and it's fucked up. Because he said that part where he was just like, hey, he the daddy. He wasn't there. He's talking about the guy that he always thought was his father. And the guy, it was his estranged father, one of those situations. And the last time he saw that man, he said he hated that man. And they had a conversation about the guy not being there. And then the man, he was basically on his deathbed. He was checking out. So that man went to his grave thinking that he had fathered a son that he was never there for, that knowing that this little boy, this now a grown man, hated him. He spent his entire life hating someone that did not deserve it. He speaks about it in the documentary. And now he's like, okay, this one's the father, but he wasn't there because he didn't know. And I forgot the guy, Mr. Richard, or his father, he didn't know. He asked, he was like, did you know? Like, we come from a small area, like it's a tight-knit community, like everybody knows everybody. He was like, man, I do not remember ever hearing no rumors about, maybe you the father, maybe that, you Deborah baby daddy, this, that, and the third. We're going to continue. I want you to watch his mom. Another person I want you to watch, the lady beside her, is Kirk's aunt, is Miss Deborah, his mom's sister. I want you to watch the body language. Understand that we have this shit going on in our families right now. That's why I keep preaching to y'all. This red pill manosphere men-centric content is not, N-O-T, is not just about romantic relationships and these bird brain ass women that some of us end up dealing with. We have these type of women in our fucking family, and some of us came directly from that line, grandmamas, mamas, aunties, that we do not want to deal with. Let's keep on going.
Does that happen?
Probability of paternity?
Yes, ma'am.
100%. How's it possible? It's not, baby. I can swear on my dead mother's grave, Rick Hubbard is not your father.
I don't know what happened, how this paternity test came back 99.95%. But I really would like to get to the bottom of it. This I cannot accept.
That kind of popped up quick. His mother denied. She basically made him take a second DNA test. This is where we're at.
Because this is not true. And I apologize from the bottom of my heart on this. Two tests that I put in front of you. I need to hear you. I need to hear you clearly. The little Kirk, the little boy Kirk needs to hear you. Are you saying that you reject the results of these two tests? That's what I need to hear. Yes. My denial, is that going to put a wedge between you and I? Yes.
My denial. Now, mind you, they haven't spoken in years. I think when they started filming this part and all that, he hadn't seen his mama, and they spoke, but he hadn't seen his mama in like 20 years. That's how much damage has been done to this Kirk Franklin that we love, we know and love. And God and Jesus has blessed with immense talent and success. But again, who will cry for the little boy?
Yes. Okay. Yes. If you can't give me this, no hug, no word of encouragement, no sugar, no joke, nothing can substitute what I deserve and what I've needed and what I've missed.
He just wants the truth. The DNA. The DNA.
The DNA.
Yes.
I need my mama. And I need my son too. If my mama watches this, I want her.
So she's crying, making it about her. I wanted this so badly for so long, but my denial. And her sister is right there just riding with her. And I think the sister, because I don't think Kirk and his aunt have the best relationship either, due to his mama and her just sticking by her sister. Because there's a part in the, I forgot what his aunt's name is. Felicia, if you remember, drop it in the chat for me. But it was a part basically in the documentary where he calls, and I'm just gonna call his auntie Sheila right now. He like, "Hey Sheila," and she's like, "Who?" "Hey auntie." He went back to being a 10-year-old boy. His auntie had to check him because she was like, I know you don't like that. But the fucked up part is it drove a wedge between nephew and aunt, because the aunt riding with the sister so damn hard. We see this shit a lot of times in our family, and people get mad at the men. I'm gonna pivot real quick. Everybody want to talk about the weird uncles, the crazy cousin that's touching the kids and shit. And I have always said, who keeps the family secrets. If something happens to a child, are they more than likely going to tell one of the men of the family, or more than likely going to tell one of the women in the family? I think everybody can agree that they're going to tell one of the women. So when this weird ass cousin, this nasty ass uncle is showing up at these family functions for years and years and years, and it's all this fucking dysfunction in the family, who is keeping the secrets? 9 times out of 10, it's the women. This ain't got shit to do with no goddamn red pill. This got everything to do with the truth. More than likely, it's the women keeping these secrets. And how many times have we found out? I know I've had it in my family, probably in yours. So many damn stories across the black community. White folks probably got it. Asians probably got it, all that shit. Focus on black folks right now. We always get some bombshell of a secret on grandmama deathbed because they don't want to take that shit to their grave. Unfortunately, the title up here, his mother will go to her grave with this lie. She's too old to be manipulative. I really feel like she's going to take that. It's not even a lie anymore. She can't take the lie to her grave because the truth done came out. But she's going to hold on to that denial until the day he got to put her in the ground. And the fucked up part, I'm going to get back to the video and bring it back on me. The man that he say he grew up hating, that he thought was his father, he buried him. He buried him heartbroken with hate in his heart for this man, and that man didn't deserve it. Let's keep on going.
No.
And I can't have you.
Thank you. Appreciate it, JT.
That I have lost so much not having you. And it would have been really, really, really nice to get that from you.
Like I said, that was the TikTok. I'm gonna bring it back on me. Yeah, let me get to y'all comments, man. Because again, I don't know if y'all can tell, the boy started to well up again. This shit is fucked up, man. Malika says, this is crazy and disgusting how his mother and black women like her won't hold themselves accountable for their neglectful and trifling actions that create generational damage and curses. Big facts. It's on and on and on. And again, I don't know. Everything just kind of lined up. Heard about Jeezy. Then I heard about Kurt. Jeezy caught fire. So you know which one we went with Sunday. I still haven't heard anybody talk about Kirk Franklin for real. So I made sure, I was like, I got my topic for tonight. I gotta just at least bring some light on this because nobody was really talking about it. And then I was watching, like I said, Paternity Court earlier, and I saw a bunch of Deborahs, different ages, whether they were older women had been lying for years, younger women that had been lying for years. And then some of the guys deny. Brothers, go get the paternity test. Get out of this. That baby ain't mine. Shit, I don't want to hear that shit, man. That bitch lying, man. She knows she'll jump off. You fucked her. Again, stop doing the male equivalent of the shit that we try to hold these women accountable for. Go get the blood test. She gonna be mad, and you need a free and clear conscience. Go to Walgreens. My homeboy had a baby put on him for 2 years. I keep telling y'all that story. 2 years. Brother Carnell Smith, salute to that brother. He hit me with a Cash App the other day, but he was one of the older brothers speaking in the Black Manosphere Conclave. He talked about paternity fraud. He didn't find out his child wasn't his, and for 11 years. It's serious, man. Don't you go find out as a man. Stand firm on your square. If your dick get hard, you can run up with somebody raw. What the fuck is gonna happen? Whether or not you want to have it happen or not. Hold on. Siri off. Now the government listening. Siri popped up. Let me keep on going. Mo said, let me see. She says, mom is a barrel light bulb. I don't know that one. I might be missing it. Let's see. Malika says, mama ain't shit. I hate that, bro. Everything in me want to respect her because she's an older woman, but you're right. Joseph says, she is the definition of ain't shit, bitch. I can't even be mad at y'all, man. Corey Joe says, this is sad. Need to be right. Kirk, if you see this, apologize about, the way we all feel about your mom, but we probably verbalizing what you feeling on the inside. But I know that's still your mama, bro. Ain't that the black folks? That's a black folks answer right there, but that's still your mama. But truth is the truth. Felicia says, Deborah and her crocodile tears, fuck out of here. She's trying to manipulate the situation again. Mo says, wow, she is sick. I told y'all about some of my family members have shame, blame, did all that shit. This son-husband shit is real, and women will use that. I carried you for 9 months. No matter how fucked up I made your life, I carried you for 9 months and I brought you in the world. Women will manipulate and use that shit to the day we put them in the ground. Again, this ain't even what I consider red pill and manosphere content. This is just the fucking truth. Jay Gray says, don't do that, ma'am. Derek Gaines says, wait, that's his mom? I thought his grandmother raised him. No, he was adopted by an older woman in the family. I don't even think it was his grandmother. I think it was may have been a cousin or a like an older aunt, like a great aunt or something like that. Because in the documentary, he said she was 64 and he was 4 when he got adopted. Yeah, y'all let me know the auntie name, Auntie Sandra. Appreciate that, y'all. But yeah, she right there riding with her sister. So it's when you see siblings like this, even though one of them is doing some fucked up shit and they usually ride together through thick, thin, hell and high water, they went through the same trauma, not dismissing what his mom is doing to him or has done for all these years. With the auntie riding with his mom like that, that lets me know they went through very similar trauma and they're responding differently to it. So Aunt Sandra might be a little bit more calm, a little bit more even keel. Deborah is the definition of hurt people. Everything is about her. She's still probably in her 60s, 70s, trying to manipulate a situation and get back the feeling of being loved that she probably missed out when she was young. I'm not a clinical psychologist. I'm not a licensed clinician of any capacity. This is just another Kofa-ism. This is what I have seen, having worked with families, worked with kids, got fucked up family secrets in my family. My mom hates that shit. So it's a lot of stuff that she shared with me over the years. She don't do family secrets, and neither do I. That is a no-go. Like that type of shit, when I'm dealing with a woman and you got some fucked up shit in your past that may impact us going forward, especially when there's children involved, I've left women for that. And that's ultimately why I ended up leaving the eggs. But I'm not going to talk about me tonight. Let's keep on going. Corey Joe says, sad part is they blaming this other dude, a web of lies and debauchery. Malika says, I said this before and I will continue to say it. Black men and boys will always be disposable and expendable to the world and to the women in our community.
Got it! It's hotter than fish grease!
It's an unfortunate truth. Yeah, he was adopted, women for sure. DG says, see, this isn't right. My father was never anything to me but mean and nasty. When he passed, I didn't shed a tear. But again, in the black community, DG, but that's still your mama. Because I've seen men that were treated horribly by their mom. Like y'all say, some of y'all fathers weren't there. I know men that were like that with their mom. But guess what? That was still their mama. She still had those hooks in them. JT says, all facts, Kofa, granny, and auntie take Ish to the grave. Felicia says, Gertrude, who was 64 years old at the time, adopted Kirk when he was 4 years old. Yep, thank you. Felicia by his grandmother. No, y'all talking. Let me see. Malika says, Kirk's mother and aunt know that she's wrong. She's wrong like 2 left feet. But these 2 old ass hyenas stick together through their lies, deceit, and dysfunction. Like I said, when they went through similar, I've seen this in siblings before, brother and sister, brother and brother, raised by some crazy ass parents, just dysfunction. They stick together because that's their only sense of stability. This is the only other person that knows what I went through, like tit for tat, because they were actually there with me. So even when each other are fucking dead ass wrong, they will ride with each other until the goddamn wheels fall off, because those are the only two siblings, maybe more siblings. But when they're raised together under the same household, under the same type of dysfunction, abuse, and neglect, some of those relationships, those brother and sister relationships, brother and brother sisters, those sibling relationships are unbreakable. So even with the auntie, when she looked and was like, Deborah, he just want the truth, just tell him. Deborah kept denying. Auntie said, okay. Went right along with it. Let's keep on going. EJ says denial is a mother, big facts. Felicia says no, his grandmother, she was a distant relative, DG. Yeah, I think I talked about that. Corey Joe says that's 30%. That 30% is effing real, and some say it's 40%. What he's talking about is paternity fraud.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease!
Let me see. DG, y'all having a good conversation, but I want to hop in. He says my mother was no better. She abused me so much. If it wasn't for my grandmother, I wouldn't have felt love as a child. We kind of had this conversation in the Black Manosphere Conclave. We were talking about, one of the speakers was talking about, hey, Black mothers are single and, they're raising these boys. A lot of us know we were raised by single mothers. Like one brother just stood up, no microphone, no nothing. He was like, hey, I gotta say it. In the Black community, we gotta realize a lot of us was raised by our grandmother. Like he made it a point to make sure he gave his grandmama her props. So I can only imagine again what that brother may have gone through with his mother. Let me keep on cooking through y'all comments. Corey Joe says it's crazy because Angry Man had a live on baby boomers and their bullshit. It's a lot of them were pumping out those kids, and all of them were not. NOT were not in healthy marriages, even though the marriage was higher back then. It's a lot of them were just pumping out kids left and right. You remember, a lot of those guys were either leaving for war, passing through during the war, or coming back from war, pumping and dumping. Unfortunately, a lot of our grandmamas, but we don't want to talk about that shit.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease!
Let's keep on going. Quiet Storm says, it's channels like this that makes me wish my best friend found them instead of me. Maybe he would still be above ground. Brother, I don't even got the words, Quiet Storm. I wish the same. Brothers out there hearing this, just spread the message. Do not take a permanent action for a temporary problem. We can fight through this. Some of our pride gonna have to get swallowed. Help each other out. Build each other, bro. That's why I keep talking about the brotherhood. And even with talking about the brotherhood, yes, I'm gonna talk about being that Sigma, that Ronin, that lone wolf. Chain is only strong as its weakest link. I don't want to be that weakest link. So break your individual skills solid. Join forces with other brothers. We just talked about last night. Collab and then compete. Let's keep on going. Almost caught up because we almost done, y'all. We almost done. I told y'all I was going to be a short one tonight. EJ said shame, insults, and the need to be right is taking a major L. Brothers, get the blood test for your children. If you're in a situation like that, I was watching watching Paternity Court. I just had it rolling tonight. Again, bro, just think about my pops. By the grace of God, he's still here. Saw another year, 78 years old. So even though those statistics, brothers, I gave y'all from Black demographics about Black men's life expectancy dropping to 66, my pop's 78. So again, salute to my pops. All praise the Most High. Matter of fact, my pops get a
Allahu Akbar! Allahu Akbar! Allahu Akbar!
Mo says it's not just birth either. They'll make a point to say they saved you by adopting you too. God damn.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease!
It's one thing, and I know the frustration of being a parent going through shit, because I know I've said it to my girls, like, I'm doing all this shit for you, and it's not, but I try to make it a point to let them know it's not for me. So I don't want to make it seem like I'm throwing it back in their face because I got my job as a parent. So I understand that frustration. But when you're using that as a manipulation tactic, as a manipulation tool, it's fucked up. And my daughters pulled my coat on that, and I had to clarify her. I had to check myself on some stuff. Like, okay, I know that I'm not trying to manipulate her, but I can see how that could come across. So with certain things, I had to start dialing back on saying. it's certain things I had to start dialing back on injecting myself in, especially with her being, like I said, she knocking on 20. She got to start walking some of this path on her own. I was having to salute to Chris Trucker again.
Hand down, man down. Mama, there goes that man.
We've been having great conversations since my boy came off the road, but I was telling them last night, we got to start compartmentalizing and building as men, because sometimes we have these women in our family and they fuck us up, and then we take that type of shit into our relationships, right? But I had to tell them, I had to start cutting a lot of women off in my life. My mama and my daughter are the only ones that I'm really riding for. And I told them last night, even that shit has its limits.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease!
Brothers, I need y'all to get to a point where you're trusting in yourself, where you're secure in yourself. Because one of the things that Kirk said on the documentary, I might have to go back and edit and drop the link in there, but I really want y'all to go and watch it. You can go search it on your own, but I need to drop it in the description. Excuse me. One of the things he was saying was, he was telling the guy that he thought was his father before he passed. He was telling him how hurt he was because, you know, he's Kirk Franklin, he's rich, he's the highest selling gospel artist of all time. He said, more often than not, I was the most insecure man in that room because you weren't there. He said the guy really didn't have any words other than, I understand what you're saying. The damage had been done. That man probably went to his grave ashamed. I don't know. But again, he held hatred in his heart for so many years for a man that he didn't know, and then look up at 53 and what looks to be a solid ass father. Let me keep going. Where did I leave off? DG says, my grandmother was everything to me. Damn, y'all got me crying, bro. Look, this is a sad topic, but I'm happy that he did find his father. He's trying to mend his relationship. Kirk Franklin is trying to mend a relationship with his son, because he had to tell his son that he had that the friction with, right, that hey, you have a granddad and he's living. So thank you to Kirk Franklin for even sharing this, because he didn't have to. I think it was just last year when all that stuff hit, you know, socials about him and his son having whatever beef for whatever reason. I never really paid it any attention, because I don't like to see parents beefing with their children. Like, that shit it's mind blowing to me. Like, the longest I think I've gone without talking to my mom is maybe a week when I was mad at her, or I said something that she felt was disrespectful and we just didn't talk for a week. So not seeing my mama for 20 years is absolutely wild. Tell y'all something else, brothers. Start watching that shit. When you dating these women, know that family history. I did a Rolodex when I was working on this show tonight. I did a Rolodex, and seeing how he didn't talk to his mama for 20 years. I can't imagine any other brother not doing that, right? Unless there was some type of abuse. And even in those situations where it was abuse, it was still, that's your mama. But I started to think about the women that I've spoken to. Oh, I ain't talked to my mom in a year. She pissed me off. I mean, I know she my mama, but y'all want to talk about some cold-hearted motherfuckers? It's women, bro. We can say whatever the fuck we want to about men. Women some cold pieces. I'm not saying all of them, but when they want to be, they are that. Cold as fuck. Let's keep on going. I just wanted to put that out there. Let me keep going. DG and Felicia, I'm gonna look back at y'all comment. I see it's getting emotional. I don't want to bring it up on the screen. Everybody can see it in the chat, but I appreciate y'all transparency. Thank y'all for being here, man. Like, real talk. Jay Will in the building, appreciate it. Felicia, I appreciate that 20 bomb, sis. I got you in a quick second. Jay Will says, peace, brother Kofa, and peace to all the good people in attendance. Thank you for being in here, good bro. Auntie Sean from the Shy, what's going on, Auntie?
You go, girl!
Yes, I'm glad you eating good. I'm glad you put on those pounds. I know you said you had dropped a lot of weight, so glad you're putting it back on, getting better. Yeah, EJ says, my old man is 76. Yes, man. Hope they keep on ticking. My dad still get up about 5, 6 in the morning. Well, you know, I take it back. He done slowed down a little bit. He getting up like 5:30. But he'll get up, go walk, come on back, man. Brother, stay active. Stay active, because there's a lot of people that cannot believe that my dad is the age that he is. And I remember he could literally stand flat foot vertically and jump up and land on top of the desk when he was like in his early 60s. I think the last softball game he played was, I think he was probably about 10 years ago. He was like 67, right before he retired. So yeah, my dad is that dude, man. Like I said, I love him. I can't imagine not having him. Survived 3 tours in Vietnam. He was supposed to go to the league, to the MLB, and play pro baseball. He got injured basically when he was like 17. He was playing in the minor leagues, got injured, couldn't sit around. My dad is one of those guys, he can't sit around. So he signed up for the Army. Next thing you know, his ass was in fucking Vietnam. So he couldn't sit down. I don't know who hit the dislike button, but thank you. That also helps with the algorithm, I believe. So we're going to keep on cooking. Let me keep on going. Malika says, facts. I was raised by my grandparents, and they were the ones who saved me and gave me a system, order, and structure. Things my mother failed and never really wanted to give. Let's keep on going. DG says, Kofa, you should do a panel one day. I thought about it, bro. I'm almost like Theo in that regard. I don't know if I can do the panel, depending on what the topic is, because you know if shit gets silly, I'm going to have to go red pool, toothpick Kofa, and everything under the damn sun. So they probably going to end up kicking me off. Let me keep on going. But now if you do mean having a panel up here one day, I might do that. And like I said, I'm going to start working on trying to put the link back in the chat for people to come up. Probably in the next couple of months. I'm just slowly trying to build broker tradition, show me how I can take calls on here, so people can call in, they can't cam up, different things like that. So again, I'm really trying to build this channel, but I got a lot going on in the back scenes, juggling this stuff too. But I really appreciate y'all support. But I hope that y'all see it's slowly but surely getting better. I'm getting better in the rhythms, and putting out a few more videos during the week, other than just the lives. So it's starting to pick up, but I thank y'all, and it's really because of y'all. Y'all show me, y'all interact with me. Y'all know I love interacting with the chat. So we're going to keep on growing. This is the Grow family. I appreciate y'all. Corey Joe said he out. Good night, good brother. Be safe. Malika said, Felicia says, Malika, nothing like the love and structure of grandparents. Where would we be without them? Y'all, like I said, man, I just love that y'all share these stories. DG says, I didn't hate my father. I just didn't want to be around him. And I can respect that as well. You got to know where to draw the line and set your boundaries. Felicia with the 20 bombs. She says, thank you for covering this topic, Kofa. It is very therapeutic. Thank you, sis.
I'm gonna pop some tags. Only got $20 in my pocket.
I don't know if y'all remember that song, but that shit was jamming when it dropped. It was some silly shit, but I loved it. Let me keep on going. Yeah, Felicia, go ahead and drop your link for your channel. Y'all already know, if y'all come over here, man, y'all rocking with me. Drop the links for y'all channel if y'all got one. Let me see. Keep on. JT says, keep on eating. Malika says, facts. They can be cold as a dead body in the morgue. Felicia said, go ahead, Kofa's daddy. Yeah, my dad is that dude, man. EJ says, my dad is a vet as well, man. Those old school cats, they just got something different. And it goes back to that old adage. I'm probably going to screw it up, but it says, tough men make easy times make soft men make hard times make strong men make easy times, and the cycle kind of goes. So we're kind of in that phase of what I think is going to be a lot of soft men. They act like it's the end of the world for a lot of shit, but I don't know how we're even comparing some of the stuff that we're going through, other than the child support system, the state, with the stuff that a lot of the older, especially older black men or men of browner ethnicities had to deal with back then. Because like EJ and my dad, they're both, if EJ's dad's 76, mine's 78, they're literally old enough to have seen colored only signs.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease!
Let's keep on going. Oh, Felicia, you don't have a channel? Oh, you said you don't have a channel? Okay. All good, sis. JT says, if you dislike the video, then your mama must be Must have been giving $10 head and freak Nick while your auntie was taking dick in the ass for $20. JT
knocks down another 3-ball. This guy is hotter than fish grease here.
Oh, let's keep on going. Let me see. Did somebody fix it? Nope. Still got that one like up there. You know what? Matter of fact, for that person that did dislike it, we already know what's coming.
Fuck you, you bitch!
Bring it back on me, man. We almost done. Felicia says, "Oh, your dad was a vet too. R.I.P. to your pops, sis. R.I.P. to all them old school vets." Jay Gray says, "You know, if Toothpick Kofa come out, somebody done fucked up." Man, I'll be trying to avoid them panels, but I might have a light one over here one day. I know I talked to Drew Titan. So go follow. He got 3 channels. So Bear Cave, Drew Titan, and the Painful Excellence podcast. Salute to brother Drew. Let me get the right hand. Salute to brother Drew. I talked to him and Do Better podcast. Theo Coop. I talked to him about doing a live about fatherhood. But that was months ago. And I think Broken Traditions too. But I know BT had to slide off because he getting ready for his show. So that was what I wanted to talk about tonight, man. I just wanted to show that video. It really does hurt seeing how many black men go through that, knowing that I didn't go through that. Because I used to get picked on because I had my dad, which was weird. Like, people was like, "Oh shit, your dad loved you." Like, what the fuck? Like, that shit was weird. So I always felt like the outlier because so many guys did grow up, with single moms. And unfortunately, it has become the norm. It has become the standard. It has become the standard to the point that the guys that don't care are just out here willy-nilly just knocking down women. And it's become so much of a standard. A lot of the women realize I can do what the fuck I want as long as I push out a goddamn kid. And this is what we have in our community. Women realize they can do what they want as long as they got the title of mother, and dudes know that they ain't gonna be held responsible. But a lot of times the brothers that are responsible and doing what they're supposed to do catch the most damn hell. Go figure. Look, I knew JC were gonna pop back up when I played that little girl. I knew he was gonna pop back up. That dude named Dave went off on a troll today, says DG. Yeah, I watched some of Dave's live, but I missed that part. I had started getting ready for this show. But it's all good, man. Y'all don't stress those trolls, bro. We here building together. A lot of them trolls, they either not ready to receive this information or they think they know everything already. And what I had to start realizing, because I'm starting to get hit up on IG and TikTok and stuff sometimes too with these trolls, I'll just go to their page. They'll have like a handful of pictures. None of them are of themselves. They'll have, pictures of cartoons and everything else. So sometimes it's not even real people worth mentioning. But I wanted to play this from Antoine Fisher. Anybody that remembers that movie, this scene has always got me. Even though I had my parents, like, I always felt like I was kind of in my own bubble because of that. Sometimes because kids, like, I had a great childhood for my parents and friends and playing softball, but I really used to get picked on hard because I had a more structured Cosby lifestyle by a lot of kids. And it took me until I was older to realize a lot of it was jealousy because I did have my father. A lot of it was, just them taking it out on me because they were angry at, their home life sometimes. And not saying that I'm better than somebody, but my parents are, again, 43 years strong, rocking solid. So I know what a healthy relationship looks like. Don't know the ins and outs of all my parents' business. No, I don't. I'm still just their child when it comes down to their marriage and their relationship. But the fact is, they're still at 43 years.
Allahu Akbar! Allahu Akbar! Allahu Akbar!
So with that said, this poem used to mean so much, and it still does. And I forgot about it until I started. I was like, this is where the title comes from. The movie Antoine Fisher. If you haven't seen it, go watch it. One of Denzel's best work. I think this is when him and Antoine Fuqua started working together. Hold on. DG says me throwing the toothpick was classic. Salute for that, bro. But this is when Denzel and Antoine Fuqua started working together. But this is one of my favorite scenes of Antoine Fisher. I forgot the brother who plays, I think it's Derek something. I forgot the brother who plays Antoine Fisher. But the actual poem is Who Will Cry for the Little Boy? And that's where I got the title from. And as you saw Kirk Franklin tonight revert back to a 10-year-old boy when he saw his father for the first time, and he's 53. And it was so heartbreaking. And it just put me back into this mind state of this poem. So we're going to close out with this one.
Who will cry for the little boy, lost and all alone? Who will cry for the little boy, abandoned without his own? Who will cry for the little boy? He cried himself to sleep. Who will cry for the little boy who he never had for keeps?
Who will cry for the little boy who walked the burning sand? Who will cry for the little boy, the boy inside the man? Who will cry for the little boy who knew well hurt and pain? Who will cry for the little boy who died and died again? Who will cry for the little boy? A good boy he tried to be. Who will cry for the little boy who cries inside of me?
Who will cry for the little boy, Antoine?
I will. I always do.
Bring that shit back on me. Who will cry for the little boy who cries inside of me? And I know we all got that little 8-year-old boy, whatever the fuck you done been through. Cry for him. Fight for him. Be what he needed when you didn't have it. We're going to get up out of here, man. Like I said, I will see y'all sporadically. I'll drop it in there. I think Core Joe asked me to drop it in there. It was either Core Joe or Quiet Storm. Asked me to drop it in there in the community tab when I'm going to go live. But while I'm out of town. But yeah, man, I had to drop this one tonight because wasn't nobody talking about it. Everybody was talking about Jeezy, including me. So I wanted to make a point. So again, Monday nights is going to be to pour into the brothers. Ladies, y'all welcome as always. But Mondays are going to be self-made Mondays. So we're going to talk to the brothers. Again, who will cry for the little boy? Like Antoine Fisher said, I always do. Put in that work, man. Put in that work. Yeah, I'm like a Derek Luke. Mama Lex in the building. What's going on, sis?
You go, girl!
He says my favorite Denzel is Man on Fire, and Antoine Fisher was really good too. I'm digging these Equalizer movies, but we're not going to get in that tonight. Jason Williams says, peace, brother Kofa. Peace, grow fam. Y'all be safe and stay blessed. Yes, yes, yes. Malika says, awesome show, Kofa. Thank you for crying us little boys. Crying for us. Thank you for crying for us little boys and grown men. Yes, sir. Says, peace. John Q was great. Man, Denzel can't miss, man. Y'all know that. But you know what? I already know what I'm gonna talk about next Monday. Y'all gotta wait for it. But I will hit y'all up on the community tab throughout the week as I'm down in Medellin. Try to give y'all a couple of videos here and there. It may not be as spruced up because I'm not taking the camera. It's just gonna be the phone. So we're gonna see how it work out, man. But we're gonna enjoy it. And I will see y'all in a couple of days. Like I always tell you, I love you. Ain't shit you can do about it. As always, brothers, remember, you matter. You're not crazy. Make better choices. No live tomorrow, just a reminder. No live tomorrow, but I'll see y'all in a couple of days. Salute to everybody.